Hello my dear students, so welcome to all of you in this lecture, and today we are going to discuss about the topic that is getting to know plants. Getting to know plants. So you almost know about the plants, what are the plants, what they do for us, and what we get from the plants. Okay, so let's discuss something like plants. They are the source of food. Plants are the only source of food that we are getting now. So actually we are doing many things, like we are we are reading, we are going somewhere, we are doing many works. So all these things we need energy. We need energy. So if we have not energy, then we cannot do any work. Even we cannot think. Okay. So to get that energy, we have to eat food. Okay. So actually, if we think about where this energy comes from, so actually this energy comes from the food that we are eating every day. So food is needed. So where the food actually come from? Who actually prepares the food? The food is actually prepared by the plant kingdom. So how they prepare the food? By using the carbon dioxide present in the atmosphere and the sunlight and the water. So actually in daytimes the photosynthesis happens. So the food is prepared by the plant by a process that is photosynthesis. Photosynthesis. Okay. Through this process we are getting the food. So the plants is also known as autotrophic, like autotrophs or autotrophic mode of nutrition. This shows plants show autotrophic mode of nutrition because they can prepare their own food, and we are the we show the heterotrophic mode of nutrition because we cannot make our own food. We are actually dependent on plants. That's why we are the heterotrophs. Okay. So let's start the topic. We have to go into the topic getting to know plants. So let's start the what we get from the plants. What is the role or the contribution of the plants? What they do for us. So if we start, first thing is we are getting oxygen. We are getting oxygen O2 through the plants, and plants perform. When the plants perform photosynthesis, in the reaction plants release oxygen, and we are using that oxygen for our respiration. Okay, for our breathing. And the second thing is plant gives us food also. We are getting food. Plants give us shelter. Whenever we go to outside area in the summer season, when we always look for plants, we always look for any shelter where we can stay for some time, just to stay away from the sun, hot sun. Okay. The fourth thing is plant gives wood, which we use as fuel. And what they do, they help us to get rain. When the plants so plants are the medium to, just because we are getting rain. When the plants perform photosynthesis and release to water vapor, and that water vapor goes above and create clouds, makes cloud. So these are the very long process. Okay, so this helps to maintain the water cycle actually plants, just because of plants. Then plants are helping us from soil erosion. From soil erosion, what they actually do, they obstruct the soil erosion. Okay, because the root of the plants hold the soil firmly. These are the benefits that we are getting from the plants. And what are the other things? So you must have written all these things. So I am going to erase some points. 7, 8 number. They regulate the temperature of the earth. Regulate the temperature of the earth also. Okay, what they do, they give shelter to, I have already written, right? They give shelter, they give shelter to many animals, birds and insects, and also insects. Many living organisms are under the shelter of plants. Is there another point? So you have to and I have already written it. The soil erosion, prevent soil erosion, prevent from soil erosion, and maintain soil fertility also, and maintain the soil fertility. You must have known that the upper layer of the soil is humus. Humus is there, which is very good for plants to grow. So there is soil is there. So soil have humus in the upper surface. So plants maintain the soil fertility also. Okay, these are the points. You should write it. I am going to erase all these points. Then there is classification of plants. Okay, what are the classification? What are the types of plants? You should write classification of plants. So on the basis of strength of stem and origin of branches the plants can be divided into 3 types. Strength, origin of branches, or you should write here thickness thickness, not stem, thickness of the stem and origin of branches. The plants can be divided into three types, three categories. And what are the categories? First one is herbs. These are the very small plants. Second one is the shrubs. And third one is trees. Okay, so what are the herbs? These are the small plants. These are small plants, very small plants with a weak stem, frail stem, or weak or frail. You should write frail stems, and do not grow taller. Okay. And what are the examples? Like there is the example rosemary, which is the memory booster. Rosemary, basil plant is there, thyme is there. These are the examples. THYMES, thymes. Just wait. Basil, THYMES, thymes plant. And the shrubs. The shrubs are the advanced plants than the herbs. They are taller. They are taller than herbs. Okay. And they have thick branches. These comes under the medium category. They are not tall as well as not short. Okay. And you have to add some more points to this. Just wait. Okay, first we should discuss about the heart. Then we can go to the next. One more point you should add. These plants have fewer branches. Okay. Fewer branches. Don't grow taller. And the example of rosemary, basil plant. And other examples are, can write examples. I have already write rosemary. So rosemary. This is the memory booster. Basil plant. You must see it at your home. We always worship this plant as Tulsi Mata. Then coriander, and sage plant, etc. These are the example of herbs. Okay. Now you must have some idea about the herbs. What is herb? Okay. So let's jump to the next category, second category, that is shrubs. Let's do it. For a second. Second one is shrubs. SHRE. shrubs. So these are these plants have thick stem, thick and hard stem, thick and hard stem. And these are generally the branches are originate from the base of the stem, from the base of their stems, thick but not so hard. You should write, okay, just wait. Thick but not so hard. These are hard but not so hard. Okay. And the branches originate from the base of the stems. And what are all the points? We can write these are taller. These are taller. These are taller than hearts. But shorter than trees. Okay, what are the examples are there? Examples of shrubs like lemon, rose, hibiscus, etc. These are the examples of shrubs. Okay, you should write it down. If you don't know what, I'm going to erase this. Then the third category is here, that is tree, which is the advanced plant. Okay, tree is the advanced plant. Third category, tree. You almost see tree everywhere. Okay, so these plants have hard stem, hard and strong stem, and have these plants have many branches as well. Many branches. What you can write? And you can write that which branches which are originate from the above part of plant, above part of the plant. And you can also write these are the taller plants. What are the examples? The examples are banyan tree and fish tree, which we all see, and the mango tree, neem tree, etc. These are enough examples for you. And here the outermost layer is also known as what? Bark. The outermost layer is known as bark. Outer covering. Bars. Okay. These are the points. You should note it down. I'm going to erase all these things. Then we have two other categories of plants. Okay, which do not comes under these three categories. There are two other category of plants which do not fall under this three category. Which are one is climbers. You must have heard about this climbers, and second one is creepers. So climbers. What are the characteristics of climber? What are the examples of climber? So climbers, these plants need a support. To grow vertically above the ground. Okay, they need a support. And what are the examples of climber? Examples: money plant, bottle gourd, cucumber, pumpkin. No, sorry. Yeah, they need support actually. What are the examples of creeper? Creeper means they grow horizontally along the surface of the ground. Okay. So creeper like the creepers. The example. What are the examples of creeper? So they don't actually need support. They just crawl on the surface. They crawl on the surface. Okay, they crawl on the surface. And what are the examples of creeper? You must have seen pumpkin. P-U-M-P, pumpkin. Okay. And what are the other examples? Like actually when we give any support to the these climbers, so they climb, and if we give support to this creeper also, they can climb up to the tree. But here the example is pumpkin is a creeper. They basically crawls on the surface. Then what are the other examples? Like you can write cucumber here also. Okay, so these are the examples. These are the other two category of plants. And you must have heard about the bamboo tree. So bamboo tree actually comes under the calm tree. Bamboo. This is not a climber, not a creeper. This is a CULM, calm tree. This comes under the calm tree, bamboo. Okay. This is not a tree also. This is a different type of tree. Then we are going to discuss about the different parts of the plant. Okay. Different parts of the plant. What are the parts of plant? Like the leaves, stem, fruit, flower, root. These are the different parts of the plant. Different parts of plant. Different parts of plant. First one is we should start from the above. Okay, like the fruit, flower, leaf, stem, and root. These are the parts of different parts of plants. So we are going to start different parts of plants with this topic differently, and we should discuss in detail. So first start from the stem. Okay. So stem, this is the part of the plant. This is the part of the plant which bears fruits, flowers, leaves, and branches. Okay. And what is the function of the stem? It helps in transportation. Transportation of food. And who prepares the food? I already told you, the plants. In the leaf, transportation of food to different parts of the plant. Different parts of the plant, including roots. This is the function. And also it also helps in the absorption of water and minerals. Okay. It also helps in the absorption of water and minerals from the roots, and supply it to the different parts of the plant. Okay, so this is the function of the stem. Okay, I'm going to erase all these things. Then we are going to discuss about the second part, that is leaf. What is leaf? So leaf helps in perform the photosynthesis. Actually, photosynthesis happens in leaf. Leaf is the, you can see, it is the kitchen of a plant. It is the kitchen of the plant because photosynthesis occurs here. Okay. And what are the parts of leaf? What are the parts of leaf? Different parts of leaf. So leaf has petiole, lamina, midrib, veins. Okay, these are the parts of leaf. I must clarify this. So petiole, it is the stalk. It is the stalk through which or by which leaves or leaf attached to the plant. Okay. And what is the lamina? It is the white surface. It is the white surface of the leaf. White surface of the leaf. Where photosynthesis occurs. This gives the shelter for photosynthesis. And this is the, okay, I should erase this. Like this is the green portion. It is the leaf lamina. It is the green expanded region. Green expanded region of leaf. Okay, you should try it. Then midrib. What is the midrib? Midrib, you almost notice that in a leaf, in the middle portion there is a line which dissects into two equal parts. This is the central. This is the central. This is the central prominent. This is the central prominent line which divides the leaf into two equal parts. Okay. And the veins. What is veins or what are the veins? These veins are the net-like structure, net-like patterns or net-like structure there are many lines like this. You can this. Okay, let me clear it. And these veins are the net-like structure. Net-like structure which runs through the leaf surface. Okay, so this is all the different parts of leaf. Then we are heading towards the different types of veins, like types of venation. First we should write venation. What is venation? Leaf venation. So there is a topic, venation. This is the pattern. This is actually a structural pattern in the leaf. And what is the definition? And leaf venation, you can write. Okay, leaf venation is a design or pattern made by the leaf veins. Okay, and there are two types of leaf venation is there. Two types of leaf venation is there. And what are they? These are the reticulate. First one is reticulate venation and second one is parallel venation. And erasing all these things. Okay. So what are the first one is reticulate venation. Reticulate. Second one is parallel venation. So reticulate venation. This forms net-like structure. On either side of the middle. On either side of the middle. Okay. And the examples are which tree shows this reticulate venation? Mostly dicot trees. Dicotyledonous plant shows reticulate venation, like people, banyan. Okay. Actually, dicots or dicots plants show reticulate venation, and parallel venation showed by monocots, which have only one cotyledons. Monocots. So the veins, here the veins runs parallel to each other. What are the examples of parallel venation tree or plants? Example, wheat, paddy. Here you can notice the parallel venation. You can see this parallel type of venation. Then the last part of the plant is there. This is the left, that is root. That is root. So we should complete our this last topic, that is root. So root, what are the first? The root, it arises. You must have noticed that this part, root, arises from the radical of plant. Okay. And what is the function of root? Root function. What is the function? It helps in absorption of water and minerals from the soil. Okay, and actually the roots are, there are two types of roots. There are two types of roots. What are the types? Two types. First one is taproot. Mostly. Okay. Mostly two types of roots can be seen. And second one is fibrous roots. Here we are discussing about fibrous roots. Taproots and fibrous roots. So where these taproots can be seen and fibrous roots can be seen? We can see taproots in dicotyledonous plants, mostly dicotyledonous plant, and fibrous can be observed in monocotyledonous plant. Monocotyledon also we can write. So taproot, like the examples of taproot can be mango tree, peepal tree, or fish tree, banyan tree, and monocotyledonous plants. So fibrous root, and the examples are paddy, then wheat is a fibrous roots. Okay, so these are the things that we have to study today. And roots, you can write one more point. Roots generally grow below the ground because it shows positive geotropism on the above part of the plant, so negative geotropism or positive phototropism. Okay, and this is the root is the most prominent part. It is the most prominent part of the plant. Because if there is no root, then the plant cannot be exist. It ceases to exist if there is no root. So in taproot system, there is only one male root here. Only one man root present, and there are different roots arises from the male roots, which are also known as lateral roots. Okay. And in fibrous roots, a bunch of roots are there in fibrous roots. So this is all for today, students. Okay, I hope you learn something in this lecture, in this class. So thank you. This is all for today. Have a good day.